Hello, blessed and beloved jewelry community. Welcome to this new jewelry tutorial with Blender. My name is Damien Rohrbach. Today we're going to design an Asscher diamond ring. It's a very classical ring. So thanks for subscribing to my channel, and also don't forget you can now join as members, and members are receiving Blender scenes like this one. This one is for the diamond level, and it's going to be the benefits of the diamond level during September. So don't forget to join as members. And well, also I'm going to keep explaining why I don't use add-ons for Blender. I don't intend to. The only add-on I use is LuxCore. I don't even really consider it as an add-on. It's more like a brother to Blender. And it is my favorite renderer at the time. Well, let's start the design. So, well, journey, I love freedom. That's the first concept. I love freedom and I love creativity. And there's a phenomena across the entire human history that the more you have, the more tools you have, the less creativity you have. It's something that has been studied a lot during history, and many artists and many craftsmanship many craftsmen and women know that that's a fact. The tools that really work to get something done are almost always the same. And that's what I love in Blender. When I first started using Blender 12 years ago, yeah, I think it might not be, but it's like a decade ago, I found everything I needed as it is in Blender. And to this day, that's what I still love in Blender. So every time people tell me to use an add-on, and obviously there are very famous add-ons, and there is a very famous one for jewelry in Blender. That add-on has many assets, specific tools for jewelers, specific tools for stone setting, and many things many jewelers could dream about. Now, I've been designing jewelry for the last 20 years and teaching jewelry for the last 16 years, every day of my life dedicated to jewelry making, teaching, and jewelry design, jewelry drawing, and with quite a lot of success. So as I say, my channel is going to keep growing because I love sharing and showing to people new ways or different ways of doing things. It might not be the fastest way, but that's one of the first mistakes of many people that talk to me about add-on. I don't know why we should be so in a haste all the time. Why is time such a problem for to you people. I was born in Switzerland. Switzerland is the country that measure times with the most crazy precision you could imagine. Time measurement for Swiss citizens, people, the entire Swiss culture is based on the exact precision of time measurement. So I'm one of the best examples, and I'm in one of the best positions to know what time is all about. But on the other side, and that's the funny side of my life, and the irony of life, the other half of me is Mexican. Now, Mexico is the exact opposite to Switzerland. Time in Mexico is something that doesn't exist. People will always tell you mañana, tomorrow, tomorrow. And it's a very pretty concept because it's I will see you tomorrow, which doesn't mean tomorrow. It means I will see you someday, my friend, because it is really meant like that. So obviously, as a Swiss citizen or a Swiss-born child, it took me years to really grab that reality and be able to live as my other culture, as a Mexican, and fully grasp the very pretty meaning of tomorrow. In Switzerland, if you tell someone I will see you tomorrow, it means I will see you in less than 24 hours. That's what it means. And if you tell someone I see you, well, generally you can't even say I will see you in the morning. No, you're going to say I'll see you tomorrow at 9:15. And in Switzerland it means at 9:15 sharp, but you don't have to say sharp. You're born like that. You're raised like that. And if you say someone I will see you at 9:25, and that's something you hear and you say in Switzerland quite often, that exact time, it means that exact time, because the train leaves when it leaves at the exact second. That's not even a pride. Sometimes it could be Swiss way of maybe feeling superior sometimes, maybe, but not even. It's what it is. It's just that simple fact. There's no lie, there's no trick, it's 9:25. And if the train says it leaves at 9:26, it leaves at 9:26. So obviously many people that follow my channel already know that and that I don't really care about time or efficiency in the normal concept of the world, in the normal concept of the expression, because there is always another way to solve something. And that's why I use Blender. That's why I love Blender, because what I do with Blender is not, I don't want to do jewelry like everybody does with the tool that everybody uses. Why? Because if you use the same ways and the same techniques as everybody else, you're going to end up doing the same as everybody else. That's the main reason. And you can fight me, and you can criticize me, and you can boo me, and you can downturn me, and you can say whatever you want, that if I'm wrong or whatever. But I know I'm not. I know I'm right, because I've been doing this for decades. And time does have sometimes an importance, but not all the time. That's the power of time. Sometimes time doesn't matter at all, and sometimes time matters a lot. But really do ask yourself that if in your everyday life, in your professional life, time is always an issue, that you must be faster and faster and faster and work and work and maybe ask yourself just 1 second of your time. Just take that 1 second and ask yourself. Maybe you're a slave to yourself or to whoever makes you work like that. Really, you ask yourself. So we are always going to be slaves to something, but there are ways to be every day less a slave to anything and anybody, and even to oneself. And well, if you don't know that yet, and you really insist that I should use add-ons in Blender, well, good for you. Good for you, you can use all the add-ons you want. But my channel is raw 3D knowledge and jewelry knowledge at its core. Jewelry design, jewelry making at its core. And well, generally jewelers, we should never be stressed by time, because we're not watchmakers, we are jewelers. And jewelry is one of the oldest craftsmanship in the world, in human history. Jewelry history is so old, it goes so much back, it's so wide. There's so many ways to create jewelry, and well, 3D jewelry design is just one of these ways. The newest, maybe the coolest now, but no, it ain't. It's just the newest, one of the newest. Laser sculpting and laser engraving and laser cutting is also a very cool way of making jewelry, one of the newest. So I don't really care about speed. And if you really challenge me about speed, just beware that I'm going just to show anybody that just wants to challenge me that even without an add-on, I can just literally crush whatever you think you can do best or better with add-ons against me without add-ons. So if somebody really needs to prove me wrong and challenge me about that, well, just go ahead. I've been challenged so many times. When you're a teacher and your school is known in many countries in the world, believe me, many people, even students sometimes, well, obviously bad students, they try to challenge you every day. Every single day I've been challenged. And many people just want to prove you wrong because they think that you name yourself a master because you think that you're better, or because they think that you think you know it all. Well, I know that, like, I know nothing. That's the only thing I know. That's a basic rule. I don't really care about being the best. It's just I really love my job, and that's something nobody has changed. They've tried. They tried, and they keep trying, but you get used to that, you know. You really get used to it. So I love my job, I love what I do, and I love what we do with Blender, and that's why I love the channel. And I think that that's why the channel will keep growing, because it's really about enjoying, you know. We must enjoy what we do and how we do it. And generally making things fast and faster prevents you from enjoying what you do. And also, if you enjoy something, why would you make it faster to enjoy it less? So that the time you enjoy something is shorter? You must think about what you do and why you do it. And people who just talk about use add-ons, it's easier. And also, yeah, the easy part. Like if what I do is really hard to do, I use Blender like 10% of the power of all the tools that Blender has. Or maybe not even 10%, maybe 2%. I just do mesh modeling, so maybe I sculpt a lot and all that. But also for sculpting, I don't really need add-ons. We're making jewelry. And I do some animation and all that, but just because it's fun. And my client loves my renders and my animations. So, but yeah, it's about really having ideas and concepts that are your own, and enjoy these concepts, like what I'm going to show you today. So, like so many times, I have talked too much. So obviously I will point the exact time when the real tutorial starts. And I've been just talking about well, using Blender without add-ons. And also, I mean, exactly nowhere in no tutorial of mine, nowhere on the channel I say that I use add-ons, or that I will, or that you should, or that you can't, for the same matter. So I don't know, just some people are kind of lost out there, coming to me and commenting on my channel that, you know, there's an add-on. Well, come on, people, I've been using Blender for a decade. You think I don't know what add-ons are available for Blender? Come on, just think before you write comments. And especially the bad comments, because they're bad comments, because they have no common sense at all. But yeah, it's just that I had to mention that once again. And well, actually the ring I'm going to design today with Blender with you in this tutorial, well, it's going to be a way that is exactly made for that purpose. I'm going to show a way to model that ring, that design. Okay, don't push the space bar. Okay, so to model this, and there are many ways to design things. Some are indeed faster, some are indeed easier, and some are slow, and some are bad, and some are fun, and some are clever, and some make you think. So, can we start a tutorial now? Okay, let's start a tutorial. After 20 minutes, a bit less. Okay, so let's bring in a Bezier circle. Let's go to the front view. Let's make 9.1 millimeters, which if you make things in proportion, and I will show it today, if you make that in proportion, even if it says meters, that would be a huge ring. But that would be great. That would be like a building, you know, a ring building, which they have been made. And we're going to, where are we going to here? Yeah, new folder, video, let's call it video 20. Voilà. Let's save that, the Asscher Ring tutorial. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to append, I'm going to bring in, but it's going to be an append. So append, I'm going to go to my gemstones here, and I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to go to objects, and I'm going to find the Asscher cut. So there it is. Okay. I'm going to put the origin to geometry right there. Now I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it right there. Now the size 7, 8. I think I'm going to put 8 there. 8 millimeters. Somewhere here. Okay, now I want to see if I can the relations. I'm going to make single users, object data and materials. This one already has a material, but I'm just going to keep it like that. Okay, so that's the stone. Now I'm going to append the diamond, because obviously we want to make a halo ring. So let's append the diamond. Here it is. Okay, let's put this guy at 2. No, let's put it at 1.5. 1.5, please. Copy paste. Copy paste the proportion, not the dimension, which is not the same. Okay, this guy I'm going to bring right here, and somewhere a bit like here. Okay, let's center this. Okay, now I'm going to make the halo. So when I have the stone, I like copying the stone. I'm going to hide the other one and use the geometry I already have with the stone to start designing the halo. So, to keep with that subject on why I don't use add-ons and why I don't really care much about add-ons. When I design something, I really need to create something new. So my job is not to do, I'm going to do this ring today, now, but I won't do it again. My clients actually don't want these rings. Well, some maybe one every 5 years. My clients, they want very creative rings, like the one I made last month. This is the ring that I just delivered 2 weeks ago. It's an engagement ring. It's a gorgeous engagement ring. So that's the ring in its box, and that's the render. That's the design. It's a symmetric ring. It's obviously a unique piece of jewelry. It's a work of art, and that's what it's all about. That's why I design jewelry, to make one special jewel for someone. So maybe you do always the same. Maybe you have a business, and your business is to have a catalog and always make the same rings, because your catalog is the way it is, and you never have to create nothing new in the jewelry world. What you do is what jewelers have been selling for centuries, and you're just making jewels like you think you must make jewels, like this This is not okay. Some other day I will explain why, but let's start saying something that many people won't understand, but I don't care. This is not a jewelry design. It is not. It's a jewel that has a shape that's made of metal and has some gemstones, but that's not a design. To design something, you must really create something for a reason, more than just it looks good. And a jewelry design is not about metal and gemstones. It's about a story. And these jewels, even if they're classical jewels, they have no reason to be that shape. So today I'm not really going to create anything new. I'm going to make a design that people think it's a design. Many people think that this is jewelry designing. Luckily, I've been making some designs already on the channel, but after this series, actually, I'm going to start working on more interesting things. Anyway, let's keep designing. So, my job is to create and design things, well, jewels. And that means that I do it once and then I don't do it again. So, that's obvious then why, okay, that guy doesn't need add-ons, because I really want to use a different process, or almost every time. Yeah, sometimes I do use the same process, but generally I am going to use another process for every jewel, because that's what I want. That's the way I work. That's what my clients want. That their jewel has a very specific story and process and content, you know, a soul. This design will have, well, some soul, but no, not such a great soul. All right. Some people know what I'm talking about. Some just won't be, well, won't agree at all with me. You can hate me all you want for saying what I say, but you know it's real. You just know it's real. So it's not so much about arguing. It's just about history, and even art history. Okay, let's make an extrusion. Then let's make this bigger with the S key here. So we have this now. That's pretty good. Let's take everybody with the A key on your pretty keyboard, and now let's make an extrusion E key. Let's move this here. Okay, now I'm going to take everybody with the A key. I'm going to come here. And we're going to make a very pretty jewel with a lot of work on the details. I mean, the cut of the jewel is going to be very well made. SZ to make it a bit higher. But today I'm going to make an inner cut. Okay, so we have this. This is pretty good. So the Asscher stone should be a bit higher, because it's going to have prongs and even maybe a small bevel. This is pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going to take the top, Alt Z to remove the X-rays, Shift key here. I'm going to make the I key here. So now I'm going to see for the size of the stone. Okay. I need everything to be bigger. A bit on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to adjust. I'm out of edit mode for a second. I'm going to adjust the position of this stone somewhere here. Okay, now All right, I'm going to move this here, but on the outside. So I'm going to take out A, C, but we're going to go to vertex mode. I'm going to take these guys because the border must fit the stone. So S, but there you must be aware of something, that on the Z scale you must keep the 1 to 1, so the border doesn't shift on the Z axis. All right, so we have this for now. Okay, now I'm going to take the faces, Alt Z to remove the X-rays. Here we are with this. So now this I'm going to take down a bit. Sorry. Extrusion and lower. We're going to lower this zone, not too much. We can always correct that further ahead. This is pretty good. Okay, so that's the halo. That's the solid part of the halo. Like that. So it has 12. That's pretty good. It's because that's the biggest part of the ring. 1 centimeter, 0.25. That's a perfect size. I'm going just to adjust there. Oh, it's 155. Okay, it has the exact same size because it's squared, cut. The corners are cut because it's an Asscher shape. Okay, so now this guy. This guy we're going to copy. Okay, so another reason why I don't use add-ons. Well, first, the halo shape. There are other ways to do that. You can do a loft, you can do a bevel with curves or whatever. There are many ways to do that. The time it took me to make the Asscher halo shape, well, like I said, if I do it without explaining what I'm doing and taking the time to explain that, I'm going to do that in about 30 seconds. To make what I did now. That's the time it takes me when I do something that I know how it's done. But like I said many times, I'm going to do something that I don't know how to do, and I'm going to learn, explore, invent, and create new ways. So using an add-on, I just know that I won't win anytime at all. I won't gain nothing in my line of work, and I think I made it clear already, so I think I'm going to keep saying that because it's obvious, even if already there. I use the shape of the stone. I have the shape that's already part of the mesh. I use that concept that way in making things. I know that many people just don't even think about that and don't lie to me because I know that. That's something I brought on the table. You have the stone, use the stone to make the bevel. I know that some other people are also very clever and geniuses too, and they already knew that also. I mean, I know I'm not the only one. There are also many people that just don't think about that way. They want to find a way to draw the shape of the stone all over again. But if you already have the stone, you don't have to do it. Okay, that's very simple. And it's just a simple concept, it's a good idea. And it's fast and it's efficient. Now the stones. I just need to replicate that diamond about 6 times to the right or to the left. Because then it's just a copy, it's just a mirror on the other side. 6 times or 5 times to see how well it fits or not. Shift D, enter. I'm going to move this way. Now I just need actually one other stone here because that's the way they fit, and then I'm going to adjust that, and that's it. All the rest is a copy of that. It's a mirror of that. Why would I use an add-on for 3 stones? It's ridiculous. You need an add-on to copy 3 stones. I mean, come on. I mean, it's like, it doesn't fit in any logic at all. And that's just that. I mean, so many things that, but well, I don't know. People just don't know what they're doing. I don't know. And I don't want to know, I guess. Okay, so these guys. Control J. Mirror from the stone. Here we are. Now, these guys. Alt C to make it a mesh because we're done with this. Control J to make it one group, one single mesh. Who cares about subdivision now? Nobody. I don't know what I hate to make that. All right, now I need a mirror on the Y from the stone there. Alt C to make it a mesh. Shift D to copy it. Center to geometry. Let's put it exactly to 0, which was. Control A for the rotation. Rotation should be at 0. 90 degrees, and basically that's it. So now that I see the distance there, I know that I must move the stone a bit, and that takes also like 30 seconds to do. Obviously I'm taking my time because I'm enjoying myself, and that's cool. All right, so basically this one, I'm going to move this one first. Yeah, I'm going to move this one first, because when that one is well positioned, the rest will come along. Okay, now I'm going to erase this and that. Yeah, I'm going to erase these guys. I don't care about these guys anymore. So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to erase all these guys. Yeah, I know I'm erasing things, but that doesn't remove efficiency to what I'm doing. Stepping back is not inefficient. It's just wise. It is efficient. Okay, so now just take this guy, P selection, these guys, mirror. Okay, I know many people just want to do the less operations possible to get there, because they call that efficiency. If you have to click so many things like what I'm doing now, Alt C, Shift D, Enter, Control A, rotation. Sorry, rotation, 90 degrees rotation. Oh, sorry, I didn't put the origin to geometry right there. Now rotate this guy 90 degrees. Okay, we're almost there. Because obviously the distance, yeah, this is still a bit too far. So I'm going to erase that again. And yeah, if you're scared of moving things that much and clicking things, it's just because you don't know how to use the software. But like I already said to many people, that is not my fault. Actually, I'm teaching you how to use the software, so you better learn how to use it, instead of whining to me that I click too many things. All right, now I'm going to move this one because we're very close to the resulting distribution. Okay, we should be good there. Okay, now this guy is going to go mirror, mirror from the stone. Also Control A, rotation, because we don't need any rotation with this guy. Shift D, Alt C, Enter, 90 degrees. Sorry, I forgot again. Set origin to geometry. But also, if you forget to do something, just undo it. It's okay if you mistake. Nothing happens. That's why we have computers. The mistake is cheap. Use that to your advantage. All right. Now I just need that. Okay, so this guy is good. Let's mirror this guy too. Mirror Y here. This guy Alt C, Control J, Shift D, Enter. 90 degrees. Ah, sorry, I forgot again. It's so origin to geometry, please. Then 90 degrees. Here we are. That's a halo distribution. It took me about, I don't know, 3 minutes explaining every step, forgetting every step, undoing and redoing. But that was just part of the process because it is the way it works. And when I do it, I even mistake like that because I'm thinking about who knows what. And yeah. Okay, so there it is. Was that so hard? I mean, it's just a mirror of 3 stones that you must just find the distance. And it looks good. That's done. So now we need prongs. We need small prongs. So the other reason why I don't use add-ons is that every time you do a custom jewel, the prong position, the system, no system will find, no system at all. And I'm talking about any software you want. You can use Matrix, you can use Rhino Gold, 3Design, you can use Jewellery Craft. Any software with the automatic prong distribution never finds the distribution I like, never. So in that, all my instructors and teachers, well, they also knew that because when you're making custom jewelry, you need custom distributions. And you want a custom distribution, you need a custom distribution. Why? Because it's a custom jewel that has never been made before. So what if from the start we directly go with a custom process, which just creates the prong, is add mesh sphere. Bring the sphere to a normal size, 0.7, something like that for prong is pretty cool. It's a bit even too big, a bit smaller, because we want something classy, which just want a really pretty classical jewel, which is not a design and it's not so custom. So, okay, let's go at 6.2, 6.2, 6.2. Now the prong, obviously we need to bring it in place. So place. Obviously, if we need to manufacture the jewel, the prong must be higher. If it's for rendering, the prong must be lower. So it looks good. It looks like when it's finished. Okay, make it smooth. Let's do an edit mode. Alt Z, I was already in X-ray view. Alt A B, select the downside. So you make a real prong that goes inside the metal. That's way enough, and that's really cute. So that's my prong. Actually, let's make it so it doesn't get cropped by the edge. So we have this, and now again, how many prongs do I need? I need like 3 or 4 prongs, and that's it. All the rest is a mirror. And again, do you need an add-on to make 4 prongs? I mean, come on, seriously. Is that so hard? Or you're so lazy, maybe, I don't know. Maybe you're lazy or just you don't like working with a computer, or you just don't enjoy your job. I don't know. So Shift D, Shift D. Now, obviously there, I need to adjust this one. And I'm going to adjust this one just now. G key, and it's going to come somewhere here. That's pretty nice. And Shift D, because his little fellow comes right there. And we're going to find the best position by hand, because when we make jewel and custom jewelry, everything is done by hand. And it has been so for the last thousands of years, and it will never change. No matter what technology you think of. Even nowadays, every time somebody creates and makes a real jewel, a pretty jewel, a jewel that really matters, you're going to need to involve your hands in the craftsmanship. You will have to touch the metal and polish it and all of that. There are millions of tools and technologies to avoid using your hands. Yes, I know there's many, and jewelry loves technology, and big businesses, they love technology. But then they make so many jewels that the jewels they make, they're not even pretty anymore. Who wants a jewel that my neighbor has? That has every century we need to remind people that everybody needs different things, different objects. If my neighbor has the same ring as my girlfriend, well, the neighbor's girlfriend, or even my neighbor, that would be very scary. That would be even weird. What if all my neighbors had the same ring? What a boring world you're making out there. It's even lame. No, we don't want to manufacture a jewel and then the same jewel again. We don't want that. What you want is to make money. But I'm also here to remind people that many people make a lot of money doing things that they will never repeat. A football player plays football all the time, but he never makes the same moves twice in his life. He's going to make similar moves, maybe, but every football game is different. A singer, a live singer, is going to sing a song thousands of times, but good singers, they always sing their songs with a special mood every time. That's singing, it's spontaneous. You need to be alive to make things, to love what you do. So, are you going to make the same jewel over and over and over and over again? Why would you do that? Yeah, sorry, to make money. Well then, I don't know, sell weapons. Many people make money selling weapons. That's what they do. But then, if you love money that much, just buy a money press and print your money. Many people do that too. It might be not as legal as making jewels. Okay, that's another problem. But then again, jewels, it's like cooking. A chef is going to cook every day the same menu, but even a good chef won't. He's going to change every day. He's going to cook something a bit different, because that's the way it must be. How bored are you? How lazy are you to make every day the same jewel over and over again for decades? I mean, well, maybe you love a boring life. That's okay also. I know. Okay. I'm going to stop judging. That's okay. But don't tell me that we need add-ons to copy 6 prongs. I mean, come on. Or even 100 prongs. We don't need any help. We just need to love 3D and enjoy creating things. We need other things. We don't need that many tools. There are too many tools out there already. This is This is a pen. This is one of the oldest tools around, and it's still one of the best things to draw stuff. This is paper. This is paper, and this is a pen. I make money with this pen and this paper. So if you don't make money with a pen and a piece of paper, that's not because of me, that's because of you. So it's not about technology or what you use to make things that you're going to make things easier and faster, and you're going to make more money. If you don't make money, or it's too hard to make money, you really need to start asking other questions, and you should stop blaming the way others do things. Well, actually, you should rather be happy that I don't use add-ons that make my life simpler and faster. Because imagine, I would be making so many jewels and making so much money that actually I won't even be making the channel anymore, because I would be on the beach, free as a bird. Wouldn't I? Well, then I go to the beach, and there I am, in the sun, on the sand, swimming, drinking cocktails, talking to a pretty girl. Okay, that's cool. But then sooner or later, I will have to design more jewels, won't I? And new jewels. So, can we keep on with the prongs, please? Because I think we got it. I think we got it. For now. Okay, so that's all the prongs I need, because again, this. Okay, so this one, Control J, mirror. And if something's wrong, we're going to correct it. In the y-axis also, there, these are pretty good. We're going to make an Alt-C, Shift-D, N. This time I didn't forget. Set origin to geometry there to center the pivot, the gizmo. 90 degrees, okay. And we need the diagonal ones also, but that's a bit different. Control J. We're going to make a mirror already, XY from the stone, and here we are. That was so hard to do. That was so hard. So obviously, if you're just grabbing the tutorial now, when I'm saying, oh, that was so hard, it's with a bit of sarcasm, just a bit, yeah. So now we need to make the cutters. So obviously in the add-ons, in expensive softwares and all that, we have, because I also use them, I've been using them also, that's also why I don't care. We would take the gemstones and click on automatic cutters, and boom, the cutters would appear right there. But anyway, like I said, here I just need Shift S, cursor to selected, add mesh circle. Now this guy is going to be 2 or just a bit. Well, you can do it just a bit bigger or just the exact size, you decide. Now that's that. Extrusion, move it up. And every time I create different cutters, because today, actually, I almost forgot, but I need a specific cutter, because like I said, actually I made on the drawing, and that's very important for today, because under, I want the cuts to follow the edge, you know, there, where's it, there, my finger, there, okay, here. I want the cutter to follow the edge. So obviously at the top, and again, that's why I don't specifically need an add-on, because if you want a special cut under the stones, you're going to have to adjust every cutter by hand, no matter how expensive your software or how good your add-on is. I know the tools. I know them. I know the problems you're gonna have. So anyway, let's keep doing the cutter. Extrusion. Here we go. So let's start with a normal cutter, and here we go. Let's do another one here. Well, actually, it was good. Yeah, let's go here. Now we're going to just make this straight, and then I'm going to make the custom cutters for the other side. Right? Let's do an F key there. So that's the normal cutter. So that's the same. Shift D, click, move to the other stone. So if you have trouble centering the cutter to the stone, or you're so lazy that you can't really center by hand the cutter to the stone, once again, really train in 3D modeling. You need to train. You need to be faster with that. You know, you need to be. You have more dynamic. I don't know, maybe go to the gym or stop drinking or stop doing drugs. I don't know. You need to train 3D modeling every day. Then centering something very, very precisely like a Swiss clockwork, that's a piece of cake. You don't need your add-on to center your fantastic cutter, you know. Nothing's going to go wrong at all. All right. These guys, Control J, and also something very important, one must laugh at oneself every day. If you think that you're so good or so important in the big circle of life, you're not. Nothing is so important at all. Nobody. So I'm going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. Mistakes are good. That's how we are here. Why we're here, we don't know, but it's cool to be here. Okay, there. So now we can take, yeah, let's do an, wait a second. I'm going to remove that. Okay, Alt C, I'm going to take the other guy, Shift, Control J. Now I'm going to make the mirror again, mirror, and Y, no, X, no, Y here from the stone. Alt C, Shift D, Enter. And sorry, once again, there we go. Set origin to geometry, 90 degrees. Here we go. Woo! That was so hard. I need an add-on. I need an add-on right now. Come on, give me the add-on. Come on, bring it to me. But well, I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so these are the normal cutters. So let's proceed and make the Alt C, Control J. All right, let's see that guy. Let's make a Boolean difference from that guy. Let's make it exact. Let's hide these guys and let's have a look at the resulting magic of that Asscher halo. Well, that's pretty cute. Okay. So far, so good. So, need an add-on so far? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. All right. What else? Okay, so the custom cutters. Let's have the underview. Control 7 on your numpad. All right, now I need some custom add-ons. So to do that, I'm going to come here. Here, I'm going to add a plane. All right, so we're going to move it outside here. Somewhere like that. And let's be generous about this. All right, Control 7. Let's center this guy. Let's move it not too close. Okay, that should be pretty good. Let's go to edit mode. Let's take these two guys with the shift key. Let's go here. All right, let's do an ASX. Let's come somewhere here. All right, now let's do an E extrusion. Let's move inside the metal already a bit. And now let's do an E again. S, no, sorry, let's move that. Now let's do an S to center the counter cutter, which is going to look like something like that. You can choose the angle. Maybe these guys, we can move the cut deeper, maybe here. That depends your preference. Okay, so that's the counter cutter, custom made, no add-on, nothing crazy about that. That's pretty good. Okay, Control 7. Now I need a couple of other cutters. Shift D, let's move to the side. Obviously I need to adjust the angles, but before I do that, I'm going to come here at 45 degrees and I'm going to move this guy. Okay, so let's bring set geometry there. I'm going to center that to this stone. So once again, if you can't center that by hand, just look with a sharp sight there. Train more, learn the software, learn the basic operations. Just do, go ahead. You're going to come better at this and stop blaming the software, the add-ons, the teacher, the society, the lack of money, the lack of add-ons, whatever laziness you have or procrastination you have. All right. So, Alt A, I'm going to adjust. Who I'm going to adjust? I don't know. This guy first, I think. This guy, come on, this guy. So Alt A, B. So the angle here, well, let's go somewhere here. Alt A, B. Let's go and come to the corner somewhere there. Alt A, B. Where should be? Okay. Sorry. Be here. Let's follow that angle. Okay, now if you really need a bit more precision or a lot of precision, we're going to create a plane here, because there are also ways of checking things and checking what we do. Let's make it bigger. Okay, so under view, Control 7, I need to rotate this and follow this angle, and I'm going to use this as a guide, because that's something we do a lot in 3D, and creating guides is part of the good process of not needing any add-ons, because by creating guides we can make a lot of things like snap. And so what I can do here is Shift D and copy like here. I'm going to move it -15 on this side. Okay, and now I'm going to Shift D and move it 0.15 on the other side. Under view, Control 7. All right, so now I have that. That's pretty good. It's going to help me. So okay, I'm going to edit this guy and I'm going to go to solid mode. Now I'm just going to move that here to my guide. My guide is my light. My guide is my way. Yeah. All right, here we are. That's the same angle on that side. So now I can adjust this side. Edit this. Now I'm going to take these two guys, B, Alt Z, and S and S. Sorry, what was it? So, also there, Shift 7. If you have a problem because I need to maintain the same edge, so there's a way to do that with a shortcut, but it doesn't always work. And on more complex design, this is a simple design, to be honest. Well, what you do, you just make a Shift D, and now you can also check that you keep the same angle from the diagonal of your cutter. And it doesn't take much work to put these guides on the table, you know. It's really simple. Alt A, B. Because it's like being the Bob Ross of the jewelry design, you know. Maybe sometimes I'm not as cool as Bob Ross. Bob Ross was just way too cool. Like many of us wish to be like Bob Ross, I guess. But yeah, you know, this is cool stuff. You're designing jewelry. You don't know how lucky you are that that's your job or your business. Lucky you. So just enjoy all you have. So if you like add-ons, just go ahead and use add-ons. And if you want to use very expensive software, go ahead and use very expensive software. I also do, but I love using Blender just the way it is. Pure, you know, that's an amazing concept, purity. The essence of 3D, vertices. I've been modeling in 3D for 35 years. I've been modeling since I was a child, and I didn't know how lucky I was. Some years after, I discovered that I was very lucky, and now I know the lucky I was back then, 35 years ago. And yeah, we're lucky. That's why we are the blessed and beloved jewelry community. So let's keep on designing here. Control 7, Alt Z, let's move this. So there I can't see much, but I can see the diagonal of the other cutter. And we're way too far. We're way too far. So let's take these guys and move into position right there. So we're still a bit too far. So let's take the blue. That's why there's a blue, because yeah, that you need to know that the small blue square is so you can grab the X and the Y axis at the same time, which in this case is very useful. All right, so that's the very precise position of that cutter. So now I'm going to remove the other guy. I have my guides there and maybe the distance, but once again, I need first to make the mirror of these guys. I need to first do that there, mirror X, sorry, Control J, Y axis 2, there you go, and then I need to make an Alt C, make a set origin to geometry, Shift D, Enter, and let's go on. You know what? Control A, rotation. Sometimes a rotation there shouldn't be there. Okay, obviously that guy is too close to the other guy. All right, so let's control that. Control 7. Let's check that. This. So edit mode. A, L, Shift D, Enter, P, selection to make a copy of that cutter again, so I can move the edge into the right position. All right. Okay, yeah, these guys, edit mode. So I'm just going to take these guys there and G key, G. And let's move somewhere there. Now let's take these guys, remove them. Okay, now these guys, and all these guys too. I need to remove the mirrors. Okay, and let's do the mirror again. Mirror, mirror, mirror. Who's the mirror? Here we are. Here we are. Let's do a Control A rotation to remove that rotation that we don't need. Alt C, Shift D, Enter, 90 degrees. There you go. Remove that guy. Wait, let's see. Who was the? Sorry. Remove that. Okay, that's good. And Alt C, and we're pretty good. We're pretty good. What I could change, Control A, is the distance there. So this guy, I'm just going to make it A, no, B. These guys and these guys, B key SX, to make the same distance, which is that. Here we go. We're good. Now that and that. Alt C, Control J. These guys delete. These guys, oh sorry, Z, Alt A, B. I'm going to remove these guys because I forgot the mirror. And here we go, mirror, 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 mirror from the stone. We don't need in X or Alt C, Shift D click, 90 degrees. We have all the custom colors. Now I can remove these guys, delete, delete, delete. And these are all the custom colors. So Alt C, Control J. Here we are, and let's make the second boolean for the custom contour colors. And here we are. We're good. H. Okay, what we see, the prongs there just a bit they're too long. So Alt C, Control J, side view, edit mode, Alt Z. We can take these a bit higher. We're good with this, I guess. Check that. That's clean. That's very clean. That's very, very clean. The stones, now the stones. I'm going to take the stones. Alt C, Control J. I'm going to move them a bit higher. Here. And for the halo, that's really nice. That's nice because we already have that part of the design. That's the contour colors and the top of the ring. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty nice. And as you can see, I'm taking my time to really explain every step of the process and taking it slow, but for good reasons, for very good reasons. This is really nice. This is really nice. I really enjoyed doing this, and you should. So I'm going to create the new Bob Ross Jewellery channel. You know, obviously Bob Ross is a registered brand. I really love the Bob Ross show. I mean, if you haven't seen it, and if you don't know who Bob Ross is, you need to see the Bob Ross painting videos. They're just something of the best out there. Even if I don't really like the way he painted, but he was technically very... He was so cool, the way he was like making the show, you know, the way he was painting. So you already wish you were like... All right. So that guy is a huge inspiration in many ways. For I think for teacher he really should be, or for every artist out there. He was obviously used to create very conservative landscape paintings. Let's say that in art history, well, that's what people like, but it's not very conceptually very advanced. It was technically very good though, and he had that charisma to share with people, so you would like it. Anyway, so need an add-on so far? Because I don't. Maybe you do, but if you do, well, I don't know. You should take a nap or whatever you like. Okay, so now, well, the small prongs, I'm going to, just prongs for this guy. So custom prongs, side view, add curve, Bezier curve, align to view, G key on the vector, G key there, G key. You know what I'm going to do? Okay, first, because first it's going to fail. At first, everything is going to fail. You need to know that. Control left mouse button to create another vertex. Okay, we're going to make, yeah, this is way too, okay, now I'm going to make the prong gently come back inside. You're going to understand why very soon. Okay, I know, actually that's pretty good because I want double prongs on the corner, so the position is really pretty good. Okay, add a curve, a Bezier circle, also top view, away there, curve circle. Now it's going to be a very small circle, like let's put it at 1. 1 is good for a prong. That's going to be 1 millimeter in real life. That's the way it works between Blender and 3D printing. All right, now even it's maybe too big. Let's go at 0.9, no 0.8 because they're going to be double prongs. Let's do Control A scale. Now this guy to Control A scale because that guy is going to get the geometry bevel. This. Let's fill the caps. Okay, obviously I'm not done. We're going to taper because, as you might know and as you should know, in good jewelry, everything gets a taper effect. Almost everything. Prongs, ring shanks, ring shapes, bodies, prong, the bevels and all that. Generally, they're not straight. Obviously, the more modern it gets and everything gets straighter, which is really lame. Because, well, it doesn't look classy, it looks fat and boring. So, taper. Top view, add a curve, add a Bezier curve. Now, this guy is going to take that as a taper object. Obviously, it's not configured, but we can already see something going on. So, let's go to edit mode. We need to, okay, now, it's really easy to configure a taper curve. It's really easy. That's enough there, yeah. Okay, now what I need, the left side, in this case, it could be, you never know which side is going to be up or down. You can also change the direction of the curve. If you want to do that, you just go to segment, switch direction. Actually, I'm going to do that. So A to select all the points and switch direction. So now the right side here, no, not even wrong, not even changed nothing at all. And it even, okay, let's undo that because it destroyed the taper curve. So don't switch direction, but you can switch direction prior to that, you can switch directions. But now it's not working, so I won't do it. And I don't need to, so, all right. So the left side is the size of the tip of the prong. But what I need is another point before, so control left mouse button, and this I want to reduce to nothing almost. There it goes, to make the ending all the way smooth, just the way like there. I can leave a very small okay, now so if I make the vector really straight sharp, what I'm going to get is that the ending is going to be well, not for now. Actually, I need to bring this guy way here, and okay, so the higher I go and the smoother it will be. Okay, it's not sharp because also the resolution there needs to be like 80. All right, now that's better. To this guy, let's put a 40 on the taper object. On the taper curve, it's not so necessary. Now we have a proper, well, almost a proper, but just work on that all the time you want. Forget all the stress in your life and enjoy 3D modeling and jewelry modeling as it should. Really take conscience of the luck that you have to be interested in jewelry and 3D modeling. Okay, now, so my prong, okay, let's hide for a second, let's hide this guy. Okay, so the prong there, I don't want it to overlap the edge that much. It must be more on the inside, and there I want the prong to come back inside. Well, actually, well, side view. Obviously, I'm going to work on these guys, so always G key to move that. I want that to come back in, obviously, so there's an union between the prong and, okay, that, so the angle here is too strong. Alt Z, let's make that straighter like this, so it doesn't come out too much. Okay, that's pretty good already. And okay, now I might reduce. Okay, so let's bring back the Asscher there, because obviously, okay, the prong must be higher, somewhere like there. So it needs to overlap the stone, because in real life that's the metal we're going to cut, and then close the prong on the stone, and we need to overlap the stone. So obviously I can make the cut already in 3D, which will look better when doing the render, so I might do the cut. I'll show you later. You just do a bevel difference with the bevel. All right, okay, that's one prong. That's a pretty looking prong. All right, so now we can make the tapper stronger there, so we can always look. Okay, that's too much, so I don't need that much curve down there. The design there, here, it's not so necessary in this case, in this occasion, because the prong comes back soon enough inside the metal, and alright, there, Alt Z. So like I said, what I'm going to do also is that the prong might be a bit too thick, and I'm going to make it a double prong. So, and also I'm going to make it thicker where there. Okay, so as you can see, it's really easy to create a prong that has a smooth ending. And well, once you made it once and you made it good, you can copy that prong all you want for another ring, you know? You don't have to make it from ground zero all the time, or from scratch all the time. You don't have, I do, because I love it like that. I love starting from scratch. And almost, you know what, also the prongs, the other prongs, these guys, they're too short. So let's go to edit mode, Alt Z, and there, let's do a Control I to invert. So now I can move the top, because yeah, this is too short. We couldn't even set those stones. But don't worry, I always end up correcting every detail in the designs. All right, okay. What do we have here? What do we have? Okay, so now I need just to copy this guy. Let's do, well, first let's move it a bit to the right here. Now let's make, okay, so let's call this a prong, or even let's call it, yeah, let's call it main prong. Sometimes it's good to put name on things. Now let's do a Shift D. Okay, that's something I say in every tutorial. In whatever language, French, Spanish, English, I always say the same. This is a curve, and maybe it's not good, but I don't want to lose the original curve. So I make a copy, I hide, let's hide the original curve, then let's make Alt C, so now that's a mesh, which means that if I go to edit mode, that's the entire mesh. And I don't want to be working on that mesh, because I might be using slow techniques, I might be avoiding add-ons and all you want, and I might be crazy, all you want, but I'm not stupid, and I'm efficient. So I know what's efficient, and I know what to do, when to do it, and when not to do that. And sometimes, yes, we're going to edit the mesh because we love 3D. So here we go. So now Shift D. Let's rotate that guy. Let's start rotating here and there in the window. Let's put 45. Yeah, let's put 45. Now let's move the prong next to prongs are sisters. That's his sister, her sister. So now we have double prong. That's very neat. That's very neat. So that guy and that guy. Let's make it Control J. And now let's make a very simple mirror X and Y based on the stone. And you know what? Let's make a copy of that. Let's make a set origin to geometry. I don't know, wait. Okay, so on that one, let's make an Alt C on the copy, then origin to geometry. And let's rotate these guys 90 degrees. And we have, that's pretty cute. Because we have, yeah, that's very cute, and that's also very clever for the manufacturer of this ring. All right, so that's the halo, and well, we should be proud by now because it has custom counter cutters, prongs, sisters and brothers. Halo. Okay, here we I might add a bevel, but before the boolean. So let's add the modifier. Let's move it. Now it's just drag and drop in the new Blender. All right, that's even too low. Let's do it 0.03. Less 0.01. 0.05. 0.01. Ah, no, 0.006. That's cute. Let's see with 2 segments. That looks very, very clean, and that's what I love Blender, because we can do very precise, very good looking jewels using nothing but our brain and raw 3D modeling. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm not trying to convince anybody, am I? That we shouldn't use add-ons. Do whatever you want. Do what makes you happy. If you want to buy all the add-ons in the world, if you want to use illegal licenses of expensive software, go ahead. If that makes you happy, go ahead. If you think that's the right way, go ahead. Just be convinced of what you're doing. So if you're convinced that you are the best jeweler in the world because you're using all the add-ons there is in Blender, good for you. Live a long and prosperous life. And if that makes your life easier and you work faster using all the add-ons there is, that's cool, man. That's cool. That's cool for me. That's cool for you. But really don't ask me to care, because I don't care. I love it this way. And it's obvious why, because it's really nice to create something starting from nothing. And also, people that don't know the channel, there are several videos on how to create the gemstones. And also you can buy, yeah, because you also can buy my assets. So I'm not about that everything is free. Many things are free, but like they say, nothing is free in life. So you can also buy the gemstones from my Blender market. Or if you become a member, you get 30 to 40% discount on my assets. So that's cool, you know. You win, I win, we all win. All right. But I think the process I show is very efficient. So now the ring, because we're not done. That's no ring, that's just a halo for the Asscher. Asscher diamond, Asscher cuts diamond. All right, so now, well now in fact, all of that might be a bit too low. Let's take all of that and let's go a bit higher. I don't even, no, escape. Wrong. Abort mission, sir. Oof, Alt A. The halo needs to be, okay, so there again. That's the original halo that has the modifiers. Let's make a copy of that, Shift D, Enter. Let's hide the original. And the copy, I'm going to make it a mesh. And obviously it's going to be faster, and now the cuts are already made. The bevel and all of that, and now I can move everybody up, because if you move things and the cutters are not... Ooh, who's that? I forgot some friends there, these guys. All right, let's move a bit higher, somewhere there. All right, okay, so there, I copied the original. I'm going to copy the first part of the halo. I'm going to hide that. I'm going to remove all, obviously, the booleans. I'm going to remove the booleans. I'm going to hide the bevel modifier for a second, because this I'm going to use for the lower part of the setting. So let's go to front view. Alt Z. Okay, now here I need to remove these guys. Let's remove these vertices that we won't need anymore. Let's select. Okay, see, I'm going to remove the insides that I forgot we had there. We just don't even need them anymore. Here we are. Delete key vertices. Now we move there. B, select the upper part. Let's do an edge, bridge edge loops, and we're back with this. So this is way too big. Let's go to the front view. So I want this smaller here, but higher. SZ somewhere. And you know what? I'm going to, okay, SZ, that's too high. But before I proceed any further, okay, my diamond here. I need a small diamond. Alt A, L, Shift D, Enter, P, selection. That's to extract one of the diamonds. Let's bring the origin to the geometry, because the design has diamonds under the setting. So let's rotate this 90 degrees, and this is a 1.5 stone. I'm going to bring in a 1mm stone, which is already pretty small, but that's perfect. That's just perfect for decorating the setting. So we're going to bring it right here. Okay, this guy needs to be lower. GZ and not JZ, GZ here. So the stones are going to come there. We need also to side view. Come somewhere here, and we are going to give a curvature to that part. So before we set the stones and all of that, no, wrong. First, I'm going to take faces, this face and that other face on the other side, the exact same opposite with the shift key. Now let's do an I key for insetting that, and also check that it goes with the stone. Okay, undo, redo the I key so it doesn't get too small, exactly like the same edge on the halo. Oh, wait. I need to scratch my foot, you know. Sometimes during tutorial you need to scratch your foot, and generally I don't edit the tutorial, so don't worry if I don't show on screen for a couple of seconds. All right, that's that. Now E, click, S, but only on the Y axis. So hit the Y key and make the depth of that cut right there, just like that. That's cute. Let's go out of that. Let's show the bevel for a second. That's pretty cool, but let's make it even smaller. Let's do an 003, just like that. All right, that's nice. And we're going to make a simple deform. It's going to be a bend. Now we need Shift S, cursor selected, add mesh cube. All right, let's bring this anywhere here. Now the reference object for the bending is the cube. And the cube will need to rotate, generally it's 90 degrees right there. So now it depends the position of the cube. Okay, the bending is not going in the right direction. So this guy is going to make a minus 60 degrees and also not yet quite the right direction. So maybe sometimes you need to follow this or the Z. Okay, it's on the Z axis in my case, and also because if you change the rotation of the cube there, if you had 0, it changes also. So you have the rotation on the cube and the rotation on the in the modifier, and that's what we get. Now also I can move the design, and beware that it changes the size by moving the cube. As you can see, it changes the size of the object. So by moving the cube, you can make it smaller or bigger, and also by moving the object itself. So beware. Okay, now I have, it's pretty good the way it bends, but maybe if I can, okay, let's try a subdivision before the bending to make it a bit more curvy-like, right there. All right, it's more curvy-like. All right, so now there, let's move this guy. No, sorry, just on the Z-axis. Beware, somewhere, in fact there. But I have too much bending going on. So minus 30, minus 36. You can also just move the mouse. You know, that's cool. Sometimes I prefer just using the, because I have the numpad right there in front of me. Sometimes I also have the mouse right there in front of me. That's not the point. But sometimes I don't like sliding the numbers because I prefer entire plain numbers. But anyway, you can slide that, which is very cool in Blender. There you go. Okay, here we go. That's pretty nice. Let's see if the smooth shading works. Yeah, it works. All right. Now I'm just going to copy this guy, Shift D. Okay, the stones are fitting very, very lovely right there, here. And this guy is going to get a mirror based on his friend right there. This guy might be a bit higher. So we have just lovely small stones on the side. On the top, they wouldn't, well, they could fit. We could fit more stones, but we're gonna have also on the sides there and on the ring and on the shank, well, almost everywhere we're gonna have stones, so don't worry about that. All right, we have that's obviously the cutters. So the cutters are the cutters somewhere. The cutters, where are the cutters? Are these guys the cutters? That's the counter cutter, so let's call that counter cutter. I need the cutters, that might be the circle. Yep. All right, so I'm going to, obviously, I need to hide this. Now, I'm going to copy this, Shift D, Enter. So these guys are the cutters. These guys are smaller cutters, because these are going to be for the small stones. So obviously I just need one guy. So Alt A before, L, Control I to invert the selection, delete key vertices, and there's my little nice cutter. Let's set origin to geometry. Side view, rotate minus 90 degrees. So now the size of the stone is 1. Let's put 102, 102, 102, 102. All right, let's center that to the stone if you like, because we need to. Okay, so let's make that Swiss precise, just like that. But you know what? The stone, where are you? The little stone might be just a bit higher. All right, this guy also, so Alt Z. All right, so we can see the stone right there. Now edit mode, A, shift, no, you know what, a lie, that's a lie, that's just a lie, undo, Control Z, all right. In solid mode, in object mode, shift D, let's go right there, and let's put the mirror on the X axis there. So these Alt C, Shift, Control J, and these are the cutters. Yeah, on that side should be pretty good. Now let's make a mirror. Wait, what's that? And that's the cube. Let's hide the cube. All right, and let's take these guys. Let's make a mirror based on this guy in the Y axis. Okay, now this guy is going to get a boolean, a difference from the cutters. Here we are. Let's hide the cutters and let's have a look. Okay, that's just a visual gimmick. So let's go to normals, auto smooth. That's corrected and looks very good. Looks good. Okay, let's also hide the stone for a second. Amazing. All right, we need prongs. Shift D, enter. Okay, these guys are main halo prongs. That's the now the copy are smaller side prongs. There we go. All right, just need one of these guys. Alt A, L. Control I, delete vertices. All right, let's go. Select origin geometry. There we go. Rotation 90 degrees. Yeah, minus 90 degrees is almost the same. Now this prong is a bit too big. Let's go there. Let's make it so at least 0.5. Let's go to 0.5, so we don't lie about scales. With the new resin printers, you can go at 0.3, 0.2, it will still work, but let's say 0.5, it's good enough. Even if it's, well, it's bigger to be a little bigger. It's a bit better. All right, here we are. Here we go. So let's see. Shift D. Stay on the inside somewhere. Shift D. There. Okay, I can't keep the inside there. Let's have a look how it looks. Let's have a look at how it looks. There. Even if the overlap on the stone is very big, it's not so big. It's a bit better like that, but because it's cleaner to stay inside, on the inside of the cut like that. All right. So now these guys, Control J, and let's make the mirror right there, and let's make it from here. Okay, we have that, and let's make it Y also, and we're good. So still, do you need an add-on so far? I can bet you that using an add-on you would have more problems than me. I don't know why, it's just a guess, maybe just my guts or whatever, but or it wouldn't be that cool, you know? Like, don't forget Bob Ross. Be cool. And we want to design 3D jewelry with Blender in the cool way. In a cool and efficient way, obviously, in a clever way too. All right. So, still don't have the shank, but that's starting to look pretty good. So, what else? Okay, now we have some part on the sides to support that there, and then at the end we'll make the shank, which, believe me, I'm going to use a very nice technique to make the ring, believe it or not. Surprises. So now I need to go from here to there, under there. All right, okay, that's good. Yeah, there I'm going to overlap the inside cuts, but doesn't matter much. And also, it doesn't have to be that big, but I can make two rows. I have more space. I have a nice space. All right, so I'm going to copy one of the small stones right there. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to add a plane aligned to the view. I'm going to center the plane there. I'm going to make it smaller. Somewhere there, somewhere here. All right, now that's not the position of that. It's going to be on the diagonals, obviously. But before I proceed, I want to make it in the front view. Yeah, I want to make it in the front view. All right, so this guy needs to be a bit outside of that. Now, this is the front view. And let's go to edit mode, vertex mode. Let's see what we have. Okay. Now I need to. We're pretty far, but we'll have a look later. And obviously that's not the correct distance, but we'll find a way to put the correct. So E. I don't know how much curvature I really need. That's what I want to check. AE. But I want an extrusion like this. I just need to correct that for the thickness there a bit to have a. Okay, so now I just need to check. Okay, well, I'm going to. This guarantees me enough thickness there. Then this also needs to come somewhere there. Yes, should be good enough. Well, that's guaranteed enough thickness and size for those stones. Now I'm going to take the front, this guys with the shift key, I key. Here, don't forget to check that it's not too. Okay, let's undo it and let's do the I key again. Okay, now. The stone, wait a second. Okay, this E side view. I'm going to come somewhere there, which should be pretty good. I just need to adjust also, so vertex mode out AC. I just need to adjust the cut right there out AC. Okay, that's good. All right, so now we have the cuts in front. With this guy, let's go first the no, not first. First the bevel. Bevel. All right, let's make it also 006. No, 006. That's good. 2 levels. It's going to look a bit sharp, and I'm not sure. And I think, well, we'll see. We can adjust the design anyway, because it's for the diagonals. So, well, I like doing it on that side. All right. So now. What else do we have? What else do we have? Well, okay. Let's start with this. Just maybe move the stone a bit higher. That's just a reference. Now. How we to make this is the side settings. Let's call it like that. Side settings. Let's make a copy. Shift D. Let's transform this to mesh. Let's go to the top view. Let's rotate that minus 45 degrees, and let's move that because let's move that here. So obviously it's going to be too short. All right. Yeah, it's too short. It's too short. Let's move it out a bit because that needs. Okay, this is good. So on the inside, I am going to steal a bit of the inside cut, but that's okay as long as I don't hide the cut for the light of the stone. I'll have no problem, and it's going to look very nice. Okay, so what I need to correct, I need to correct that a couple of things. Here I need that to be higher. That's for sure. And also the downside needs to be well, way further away. Alt A B. So we're gonna take everybody here, needs to go way further away, somewhere there. So now I can adjust that. Alt A, I'm going to adjust this also here. Alt A, I can start rotating this a bit to also maintain the same thickness and adjust the thickness accordingly. B. I'm going to take this back a bit there. I don't want to rotate yet the lower part, just because. All right, what else do we have? Okay, we have that. I'm going to copy it again, Shift D. Let's make it Control A, all transforms. Let's make a rotation -45. Now let's go at 45 degrees then, sorry. Okay, there. Oh, that's almost perfect. I'm going to rebuild this differently. So here we go. I'm going to make a mesh. We're going to make a plane to the view right there. Now edit mode. RS. I'm going to build it the other way around, so we can follow the curve. Now that I know where I want things, the size it has and all, we're going to make it like this. So Alt C, I'm going to copy the side view, right? So also, well, that's when we're making things new. All right. E, and that's where I'm going to put more divisions, and also because it's going to be built differently. So this one, yes, needs to be there. E, and rotate this guy, and now it's going to end there. All right, now at AC, R, AC, R, somewhere like there. C, R, oh sorry, extrusion, no, R, we're good. Let's see, here we are, let's see. C, R, okay, C, G, all right, now, front view, Alt A, extrusion, so I have that. Now I want to see if with the subdivision we still get, no, so well, smooth shading, yes. Auto smooth. Okay, that's already pretty good. Now we're going to make the inside cut, but with the Boolean. So we're going to go first. Let's make the bevel here. I'm going to hide my other friend right there. All right, bevel I 05 2 segments. That's nice. And let's put the smooth right there. 10 times, no, 5 times. Yeah, that's good. Bevel once or twice? No, twice, 3 times even. All right. I am going to make more cuts then. Alt A here. So every time I make the cut, I move to follow the curve. So let's make the cut right there. Now G key, and that gives me more control on the curve. G key, G key, escape, G key, G key. All right, there. G. All right. Now I have a couple of corrections to make. This one, G of AC, this one, G. Okay, I'll see, C, G. We're good, I'll see. All right, we're pretty good. I can remove the smooth. Yeah, that's better. Okay, then Shift D. Okay, I'm going to show the side settings there. Alt Z. Okay, now this is going to be, okay, let's bring it origin to geometry, S, SX. I want the inside cuts to match what I had. So I'm going to hide this one, and this is going to match what I already had, or well, close to what I already had. It's going to be better even. SZ a bit. SY. That's pretty good. So let's have a look here. I'm going to compress that a little more there. We'll take right there. Okay, what I don't like there is the. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead of changing the size is that I'm going to make Shift D. Alt, okay, A, G. We need transparency on, and I need to hide. Now I need to hide. Let's go to it. I need to hide this one. Okay, this one I'm going to a SX. So that's correct there. But now I'm going to adjust the size on the inside separately, and this allows me, because there's a problem to maintain the depth. So let's say there in the middle we have the correct depth. On the endings we don't, because the curvature on the inside cutter is different, right? So I need to adjust, and we're going to adjust that just by moving the respective vertices. Let's come here at AB. All right, so let's come here at, so I'm going to do that, and as always we don't have that many points, so there we go. So on that part, yeah, we could say, you know what, that's not the fastest operation, you know, but that's already a lot more special than what whatever. Okay, so we're pretty good on the inside, just these two guys. All right, there. Okay, so now let's hide this one. Let's bring the other one here. So now we're ready for, that's to get something very clean and very nice. And let's make the boolean right there. Okay, hide this one. So it's pretty nice because we do have the bevel on the inside. I don't have the bevel on that edge there. It's going to look really sharp, but that's actually very nice for manufacturing the jewel. So this is really great. So this is the new one. This is the new side settings. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to hide this guy, and this one I'm going to go Alt C. I'm going to bring in the mirror. There you go. From there. Okay, there we go. Then Alt C, 45, control A, all transforms, 45 degrees. Okay, that's lovely. So before doing that, before doing all that, I have the stone there. So I'm going to set the stone, and obviously now it's faster, you know. Sometimes we, well, maybe also I'm not used to doing that part, and it's on the diagonal, so it's a bit more tricky. Okay, here I can set the stones pretty well. I'm going to put some space from the endings so the prongs will fit very nicely. Here we go. Okay, we're pretty good there. Okay. Now we're going to move these guys in place here. The edge is taking, okay, so I can correct that. Actually, I still can correct that now. I can make B and B. Now we're going to use individual origins SX. Okay, perfect. We're making that bit bigger. We might overlap the stone just like this. This is amazingly nice. Let's make a Control J. Let's make a mirror from there. Okay, we have that. Now I need the prongs and the cutters. Alright, I'm going to bring exactly the same small cutter that I already have. So small cutters here. It's not visible. Let's bring it out. Alright, let's make a Shift D. Shift D. Alright. Let's hide that. What was that? These are the prongs. You're right. Now that I just need, again, I just need Alt A, L, Control I, delete vertex. Here we are. Let's remove, okay, sorry. No, it has a mirror on. So let's go remove the mirror. All right, yeah, there we go. Alt Z. Now positions, let's move this into place. R, G, R, G. Let's go there. Shift D, R, R. Let's bring it like that. Now the angle. Let's follow the stone nicely and closely to the stone. Here we are. Shift D, R. I don't have overlap yet from the cutters, so the positions are all right. Yeah, this is good. It's a bit less there, and the stone's right there. Okay, we have that, obviously like this. Control J, front view. Let's move to the side. Let's maintain. So now he's going to cut the side a bit, but that's nice. Sometimes it looks good. Let's make a mirror. Or wait a second. This one, yeah. Let's make the mirror from that part. Now this needs a boolean from these guys, difference from that. H, hide the stone. That's very clean. That's very nice. Well, now let's find. I need the prongs anyway, but okay, these guys, these are these diamonds. All right, this is really nice. Okay, now we just need the small prongs. Shift D. Enter edit mode, Z, L, delete. Okay, I'm going to remove the modifier here. Let's get that one. Let's go to geometry, there, F, Z. Now, there you go. On this side, we go there. We rotate this just a bit. We're at 0.5, we're pretty good. Now I'm going to move that on the inside, like I said. The overlap is pretty important, but it's good for manufacturing. All right, let's go on the side view, rotate. Let's go between the stones. Here. Yes. We're out too much or too few. Let's go out, but not too much, like there. Shift D, R, Alt Z. Let's move between the stones. Let's be like there. Shift D. Let's go to the edge. Sorry, G. Don't hit the H key when you don't need it. All right, we have all that. No, sorry. Shift key, Control J. There you go. Mirror. From that, Alt C, and we're all good. We just need, now we need mirrors from all these guys. So now that, Alt C. All right, that and that, Alt C. And we need Control A. All transforms 45 degrees. Oh, sorry, Control J didn't go. Where is, yeah, I said Control J. All right, Control A, all transforms 45 degrees. We're nice. All right, mirror X and Y based on the halo. Okay, so that's the entire halo. Nice jewelry style. And well, I just had some problems in the middle of the process because of the not so lovely divisions we had. It was too sharp, that didn't look good, so I rebuilt that shape and the cut on the inside. So yeah, sometimes it does get tricky, and sometimes it's faster, but we always get to the point. That's also part of what I teach. All right. And that's really lovely. That's really lovely. Size 8, American. All right. Now, the shank. Front view. So, the shank. That's the shank. That's the shape. You know the shape. But how are we going to do that? So, we're going to do that with just the shape. The shape. So, I'm going to add a plane to the view. Now we're going to start right there, S, R, and we're going to start designing the shank joyfully. And yeah, sometimes we hope to go faster sometimes. Okay, like what I said, but okay, that is going to be right there at the connection right there. Okay, now I'm going to extrude that. I'm going to check the size there. 1. Control A, scale. We're 1. That's good. Now, before I do that, well, sorry. Edit mode. Come on! What's he doing? It's going crazy or what? Redo. Where did my plane go? Come back to me, plane. Where are you? Plane 1? No, plane 1. Where is he gone? Just gone? Okay, Control Z, good. I'm going to remove these vertices on these only. Now, let's start E, rotate, E, rotate, E, rotate, E, rotate. So sometimes you don't need no parametric curve at all. R, C. We can correct all the mesh construction. There you go. C, E, R, E, R, E, R, E, R, E, R. Ah, sorry. R first. G, E, R, E, R. See, it's always the same. E. So that's why it's fast. And you don't really need to think that much. Which sometimes it's what we want. Yeah, you know, we are lazy sometimes. R. Alright, let's go E once again, and that's good for that part. Right, we have that. Now I'm going to build what gets to the ring, and what gets to the ring, it's going to start from there, I guess. First, I'm going to just go E, 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 E. I'm going to get on the inside, and obviously that these are not the positions there. That's pretty good now already. And this is going to go here, point, 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 and another point right there. Now the faces F, 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 and F. Here I'm going to correct the depth here, the thickness. It's pretty good. Now here, this is, okay, this needs to go thicker there. That's the junction. This one might come a bit nicer here. Let's see. Okay, that's already pretty good. Yeah, honestly, that's already pretty good. But we're going to keep detailing all that there. Okay, now I'm going to what are we going to do? Yeah, let's have a look at the simple deform modifier. Let's do a tapper on the y-axis, on the z-axis for this. No, wait, there's something weird. Let's do Control A, all transforms. And what happened to that guy? All right. Okay, now let's go again with simple deform tapper and y. No, no y. Z. Okay, Z. Okay, on the z-axis. That's really nice. We're gonna have a tapper. Like I said, factor 1 should be nice. But then, wait, restriction X. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's pretty good. All right. Now I want a mirror of this guy on the y-axis from the halo there. So as we can see, we're starting to have a nice shank, a nice body ring. We are going to, and the connection is really good. The only thing that changed, so I would need to curve that. So what I could do, I'm going to make a Shift D. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove the tapper. I made a copy. What? Do the copy, right? This sometimes goes crazy. All right. I'm going to go to Edit Mode, Alt Z, and I'm going to make the adjustments all by myself. So we're going to bring this there because I'm gonna have more control on what I want to do, because there's a part that I don't want to be tapered and I just want to see. Sometimes I do things just to see if it works, right? Because like I said, well, we don't necessarily know the way already. We need to test the way. And all right, so using guides, like I already showed you, helps a lot. This one is too short there. Okay. Now I want to change, yeah, because I want the top one. This one I do want there near the edge, that corner, but the other one, the lower part, I don't want to get there just yet. So I'm going to build that a bit differently also. C, no, sorry. Control Z, Alt A, C, let's go there, Alt A. Now there, that's the junction. So the inside, okay, I want to move that. I'm going to move it here. Okay, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to move these guys also already. Wait, there's one missing. This one's missing. Side view. Yeah. I'm going to rotate these guys a bit and keep following the tapper I made. Alt AC. Sometimes I don't need both points. Sometimes I need just the lower point to move. The top point, there we're almost already in place. That's a bit nicer. So this was all to make the upper part has different levels of junctions with the halo and with the down side. So I want this. Okay, it's a bit nicer, so I'm going to hide that. Now here I'm going to obviously correct that part here. I need something closer there. I'm going to make a curvature for these vertices, something like that, because I want it to come on the inside. So I have that. I'm going to make the curvature look nice. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. So this one I want, yeah, this one I want there. So this means that I am going to need maybe, well, we always see later with the subdivisions, you know. All right, this is something I like. All right, so let's go with the mirror, but on the Y first. Let's make a Shift D of that. So I'm still with the planes. Let's check the list there. Okay, this guy's there. Okay, Alt C. Now take everybody and make bridge edge loops. Well, that's pretty good. Now let's do, okay, here we can check the curvatures of some levels. SY, I'm going to correct Alt Z, Alt C, Alt A. I'm going to correct that, or that's already good. No, that's not good there. SY. Okay, Alt A, B, SY, Alt A. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now, Z, C, 8 and F. All right. Control Y, F to close that. Okay, that's already pretty good, but I'm going to keep working just on one side before I do the mirror on the other side. Okay. Okay, this is pretty much what I want, but I'm going to do a double-sided, yeah, because yes, on the drawing we can't see that. I'm going to make it double band. So I need a small stone like one of these guys. Shift D. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees that way, and this is going to be my reference there. So I'm going to use the same height as that side there. Front view, R, and put into position there. The table must come out a bit. Now Shift D, R. I'm going to put a couple of stones, so obviously they're going to move a bit on the sides, and that's, as always, one of the reasons why I don't like to use add-ons or other ways to do things, because, well, it's really nice to see the positions we can give to each stone. All right? And this is the last stone right here for the sides, but I need to adjust the edge right there. Sorry, it's not here. Okay, so these are the stones on the side. So I can take these guys now, Control J, bring them a mirror there for this. Okay, these could be bigger, but this helps me clean the space. Now I'm going to create a cutter, add plane to the view. Okay, we're going to simply cut. Well, simply cut, nothing is that simple, is it? Okay, here, now this I'm going to subdivide. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, so this I'm going to bring closer to the stone, like somewhere there, not too close. Not too close yet. Because we want edges. Alright, let's cut there, that's pretty good. Okay, there's something, I don't know, I want maybe to correct. Okay, Alt A, B, S, Y. I want that to be straighter. Okay, I think that's nice. Now let's go back to this cutter. That might be good. Let's subdivide this here once. Well, let's build any cutter now. I don't know the curve, what maybe should be straighter or not. Anyway, let's do mirror. Okay, anyway, this I'm going to make, sorry, Alt A, no, Alt A, A. I'm going to make a straight cut, so that's going to be an extrusion like that. Now the mirror is going to merge with clipping. It's going to be based on the shank for any reason Y axis, A, B. Let's move that there. Okay, now I can have, okay, that's what I thought. But I'm going to keep it like that, I guess. Well, that's not so nice though, but let's have a look. Alt A, B. Let's bring it straight, which is normally the way we'd like that side. So I'm going to make more cuts. Let's make a cut right there. Side view. Add A, B. Adjust the cut, and I'm going to make the cut first, and then we'll have a look at if it looks good or if it looks bad. It looks pretty good now. Okay, I'm still like that. Okay, so this guy is going to get a boolean from that. Oh, it doesn't like it. Ah, but you know why? Generally, just because, yep. That might come from the, I don't know, wait a second. Wait, let's do it again. Maybe it's going to be good. It was maybe because of the tip, but otherwise it's because, oh yeah, no. All right. Most of the time it's because of the clipping, and sometimes it's because just of this position. Is it? No, let's do it fast. Fast is okay. As we can see, that's because of the clipping. So let's remove the boolean. Let's show the cutter. Let's make it well, let's make it Alt C, and we surely have a face right there in the middle. Yes, we should have a face there might be. Okay, so I'm going to remove this edge. No, sorry, this edge. Remove the edge. Remove edge. Remove edge. Yes, we have, exactly, we have. It's because of the inside, but anyway, I'm going to remove these edges. We just don't want them like that. We don't like them like that. It's not clean. There's another edge there. Is there another edge there? No, I think we're good. So side front view, up A, B, F, up A, B, F. There we are. This should be clean. This should be clean cut. So let's go now. Boolean cut H. All right. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. All right. So now we are almost done because, like I said, I was going to show a very efficient way to create the shank, to create the ring, and I didn't lie. That's pretty good. We just need a mirror now. Let's make a mirror. And let's bring in the clipping. There we should have no clipping problem. Alt AS, Alt A, B. Let's bring that guy right there, Alt A, B. So it's going to join the ring right there. Let's bring it a bit downer right there. So now we have a full ring, but we still need to make the cuts as I made all over that ring because I want these cuts. And yeah, it's not so hard now that I just had yeah, because I got tired at some point in the middle at Alt A, B. Like this should come a bit more here, Alt A here, but that's normal. You do get bored or tired during the process sometimes. So now we just want the cutters for these diamonds. So I'm going to go here and make it directly there from the side because we saw that it's way faster. Okay, position, size, Alt Z. All right. So also I want to cut exactly at the same distance from the top as the diagonal settings. Edit mode. Now E. There's no problem with the angle right there, which is pretty nice. E, and the distance is somewhere there. Let's make that angle sharper. Let's make that depth the same as there and there, here and there. That's pretty nice. That's really pretty nice. Here and there. All right, Alt A. Now I'm going to move it there. Yep. Now every level needs to follow the stone. There's a small mosquito right there, so I need to defend myself. Right there, let's go. Almost there, I'll be. But this is really nice. This is exactly what I wanted. And when you'll see the render of this, which I won't make in this video. I was planning to do that, but obviously, but how long is that? 237. That's pretty nice for a ring of that level, honestly. If you know the times, if you know the time it takes, this is pretty fast. And like I said, it's obviously a lot slower, or well, slower, maybe not a lot slower. But it is slower because I am explaining many things. Now A, E, let's go this way. A, I'm just going to bring these guys just a bit more to the left here. A, B, just to follow the inside edge. This is very nice precision and detailing right there. Here. All right, there. That's one of the cutters. So obviously we're going to make the cuts. Well, actually before. Okay, so put it there. Let's move that one. I can put it. Where should I put it? There. Okay, this guy needs a mirror. Based on the halo on the y-axis. This is going to take this guy. Woo! What happened? No, that's the mirror I did. The Boolean there. There, H. Amazing cut. But what I forgot before that is that we need, okay, the beveling here might be a small problem, obviously, because of the booleans. Actually, obviously there is a plugin to solve that, but who cares? No, we do care. So there is a very good beveling after boolean add-on, but for the size of what we do, it's okay if it stays sharp, and we can use cycles to make the render and use the bevel node. You know, in Jewellery we do that a lot. All right, so it's not done yet because I want, okay, first who plane 5, okay, these guys can get their bevel. All right, so let's, okay, perfect, let's give them 2 levels. Yeah, that's good. H, so that one's going to be smoother already. So now this guy might, but before all the booleans, at least I can try to find a level where the bevel is going to work better, which should be right at the beginning, up there. Okay, exactly. Now obviously the inside cut is not getting because A and C. Okay, I'm going to copy before, all right. You see, the clipping always makes a problem in the mirrors. That's why I don't use generally the clipping and close the mesh after the mirror and keep the gap open and correct the mesh after, right? All right, so it's looking quite good, but let's try also now, before we're going to remove that mirror. All right, that's quite okay. And we're going to try another bevel, but at the end. But then, yeah, that's exactly where you can't do that. You know, we won't get it. But that's pretty... Well, there's a way to solve that, by the way. You want to see the trick to solve that? Let me show you the trick. Okay, plane number, who's that guy? 4, okay. I'm going to hide all the booleans there for a second. Okay, now I'm going to work on this guy. Or no. No, I won't. We're good. Let's go back. That's too much already. H. All right, we're good with this. I'm going to... what I'm going to do with this guy, I'm going to so the only part that doesn't have the bevel is the inside cut and the edges of those guys. Okay, I need I need the small cutters, so bring me a small cutter from there. Okay, these guys, A, L, Shift D, enter P selection. Okay, these guys, I need 90 degrees there. Obviously, we need to rotate that accordingly. Now we're going to place that just exactly between the edges right there. Okay, side view, Alt Z, R to the stone right here. All right, Shift D, R, following the stones. So obviously we're going to follow the edge. Now the cutters are too long. The next cutter is going to be too long, but I'm going to adjust the length from the inside. Okay, Shift D. We're gonna have no problem with that. All right, that's pretty good. Here, R. The angle is almost the same as the one before. Okay, edit this, C, GG. So when you hit G twice, it moves along the edge. That's nice. Shift D, and obviously there, the angle is still almost the same, but this one needs to be GG, and here we go. Now, side view, profile view, sorry, in object mode, Here we're pretty good. All right, this guy to the side, and all right. Ah, the mirror's already on. Let's take all these guys, Control J, and we need another boolean. Boolean from there, from that. This is the last boolean. Well, let's hide the stone for a second. Perfect cuts. It's really clean, really nice. Let's have a look at that. Let's turn on the booleans. Sorry. I know we don't need that there. Sorry. All right, we're good there. Obviously, we need carving the name and all. Okay, hide this, guys. We need a small prong. Shift D, enter, L, Control I, delete edges or whatever. Now let's remove that. Let's bring the origin to geometry. Let's rotate 90 degrees. Let's come here. Let's come there. Let's rotate here. Let's bring that right there. Let's go here. Let's go visible, and let's go Shift D to the right. So like I said, there's a lot of overlap, but when we set the stones, we're happier with more metal. Or between the stone, G key here, let's see, let's get visible. Shift D to the right. Shift D, front view, R, between the stones, a bit higher than the stone right there. We're pretty good. Shift D to the right. Okay. All right, we're good. Who knows? All right. I'm going to take these guys maybe a bit higher. There, a bit further away, same here, a bit higher. All right, these two guys, front view, Shift D, no, Shift D for one. Front view, point, Z, R, to the stones, side view, Shift D, to the right right there. That's amazing. Front view, almost there. Shift D, there. They're fitting nicely. A bit more on the inside. Shift D. That one is not outside enough. Yeah, we need that. Yeah, we need that a bit more on the outside. So like this is pretty nice. So now let's take the prongs. Let's take the prongs. Shift key, boom, boom, Control J. Let's have a mirror X and Y based on the halo. X, Y were already ready. So now what do we need? We need a copy of that. We need to hide the original mesh on that guy. Now we are going to make the mirror. There we go. We make Alt C to make the mesh. Front view, we're going to close here, Alt C. So B to remove these vertices that we don't need. B again, we don't need these guys. Delete vertices. B, so we take these guys and let's make breach edge loops, and this is corrected. Now this looks really good. This really looks really good. Yeah, this is really nice. So what we need a nice, okay, anyway, let's do a smooth, and let's do a auto smooth. Yeah, okay, the stones. I need to make the mirror of the stones. Mirror stones, mirror X, Y. All right, perfect. With the stone, we have everybody. We just need to carve our brand, jewelry name, and the metal. So let's bring in a text. Let's add a text. Let's add a text right there. So my name is, well, my brand is Rohrbach, which is my name. It's going to be 14 carats. I don't like the font. Let's change the font to what font? Any other font. Let's go to Windows or whatever. This one is pretty cool, but not italic, PTB. Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's too. We need to change it because the las patillas, these are too small. Can you show me? Well, let's use. Why I don't see them again? Too bad. This one is good. Yeah, but it's too small. But anyway, let's make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. So now I'm going to go and have a look here. I'm going just to go for the registered symbol. So I come out right here. Okay, that's my web page. Let's copy the symbol, obviously, because if you have a brand, let's go to edit mode. This is Control V. Let's make it like that. That's pretty good. Let's go out of edit mode, Alt C, A. Let's make the extrusion. Let's make it quite much right there. Let's go select origin geometry, and now let's make that maybe bigger. Control A or scale, and let's center this right there. Now let's bring it down here. Then I will rotate it a bit to the side. All right. Let's make the curvature. Simple deform band. Let's add a mesh cube. Let's center the cube somewhere right there and there. Now let's take the cube as origin. Let's rotate the cube. What's going on with that guy? Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's take the cube. Let's rotate the cube 90 degrees. Let's change that to X, Y, Z. It's on Z. So now it depends on the position of this guy. And also the strength, though, that's too much, I guess. No, that's not enough. 60, 72. All right, let's move the cube so we compress that. Are we good? You need to check that it's the correct size and that the deformation it's not too strong. That's pretty good. I could move that a bit higher here and then. Okay, that's too strong. 68. I don't know, 74, 75, which is a nice song. 74, 75. If you know that song, you were born. When I was born, I was born in 78. So I just okay. Alt C. Let's remove that cube. Now let's remove all transformations and let's rotate that a bit on the right side. Well, let's go. Does it fit? It fits. So it fits. So it's going to fit nicely. But let's go that way. So the metal stamping is on the left side. And now another boolean for these guys. Boolean with the letters. And let's have a look. Okay. This boolean is a bit more complex, but Blender is pretty fast. Okay, well that's just perfectly lovely. It's a bit small, to be honest. It would need to be a bit bigger. All right, let's make it bigger. Let's make it bigger. Oh, the neighbors have a little dog. She's a she, and she barks quite a lot because she's very. But yeah, anyway, okay, I need to remove the boolean for a second. I can't size it at the same time that it's applied. So let's go back there and let's call that ring shank. Oh, what's that diagonal there? Just like that. No, what do I have as a keyboard? I want that keyboard. I maybe changed it. Yeah, I changed it. All right, here we are. So that's to, we need to remove, well, or hide at least. So now I can make this bigger. Let's make that bigger here, but now I need to move it somehow there. Obviously, and a bit sadly, well, but just 1, 2 letters. Yeah, I need to compress at least on the x-axis. SX. No, z-axis. Because obviously doing that afterwards change the curvature of the stamp. But we can give it quite some depth. It's a bit bigger now. Let's bring back the Boolean. And actually I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to apply it. Yeah. So let's make an Alt C and wait a couple of seconds. It's pretty fast. Okay, and we're going to, yeah, we'll just, okay, that's perfect. Now we can hide this, and we're ready. Are we ready? It's okay. The only thing you know what? No, I'm going to undo that. I'm going to undo the because the only thing I can still, but I won't do it in the tutorial because it doesn't matter that much. That's just a very slight detail on getting better subdivisions on the shank to make it smoother. So yeah, sometimes just with remeshing and smooth and finding the numbers that give a nice smoothing, right? Okay, that's the only thing you won't see in the tutorial, but I think we can say that this is a total win. That's an Asscher diamond cut ring with double-sided shank and diamonds everywhere. So well, I hope you really enjoyed that. So I hope I made pretty clear why I don't like using add-ons, because I know sometimes I lose maybe some time on some aspects of the design, but when it's all creation and making new things, I'm not losing no time at all. So you won't either, because it's part of being creative and making new ways and well, sometimes better ways or different ways. But as you can see, it's obvious that nobody can come to me and tell me, man, you really need to use add-ons. I don't. Maybe you do, so if you do, go ahead. Maybe it's easier for you and all that. Maybe it's faster for you. But in what I do as a creative designer and jeweler, it's obvious that we're really happy like that, and the result just speak for itself. I made that, okay, 3 hours. But that ring, the market, well, of manufacturing, but a ring like that is worth $20,000 with the diamonds. If the Asscher diamond is a really nice, great diamond, or maybe $12,000, $15,000, $10,000 maybe, just depending on the quality of the diamonds. But this is an expensive jewel we're just made today, we just designed today. This is an expensive jewel because this is, and well, this could be, okay, this is white gold because I put 14 carats there. But it should be, it might be a platinum ring with diamonds, you know, these designs go very well in platinum. The only problem I have left, well, no, I do manufacture platinum rings and jewelry, but the casting must be done. I can't do the casting in Mexico anymore. because my friends that had the manufacturer and the casting machines for platinum, they closed but years ago, not because of the pandemic or things like that. So anyway, thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thanks for joining as members. Obviously that has a fee, but this month the diamond level members are going to get, this is the advanced scene, because this is an advanced model too. Well, I said that it's easy to make, but yeah, this is a pretty nice level modeling, because all of the cuts and the precise cuts and all the prongs and the position of the stones and the curvatures and the double shank. But obviously the scenes come with materials and textures of my own. I do take pictures for my own texture, so I think it's an important added value to the work I'm doing for the members and for my channel and for my general work and job and craftsmanship and everything I'm doing and doing with the channel and with you, dear subscribers and members. And well, that's it for today. I hope you really enjoyed the video, the tutorial, and don't forget to share, ask, and subscribe and become members and support the channel buying 3D assets on my channel. And my name is Damien Rohrbach, and the website is ATELIER LAUSANA.design. So take care and see you soon.